All right, class, here we are. And our first lecture of the year is going to be about Cornell Notes. You see Cartman in the lower left-hand corner. He believes Cornell Notes rock. I believe Cornell Notes rock. And you're going to learn why they're so good and why they are going to help you out this year. So first thing, why are we going to take Cornell Notes? And there's two main reasons why we take Cornell Notes. First reason, Cornell note-taking stimulates critical thinking skills. And the thing you want to focus on here are right here, underline. You want to underline those. Critical thinking, oops, I forgot right there. Skills. Those are the most important things. Why we are doing this. Myself as a teacher, I want all of you out there to think more critically, to question why we are doing things. And as you critically think, as you question things, you're going to be able to learn things better, you're going to be able to understand things better, and you're just going to be able to master the material at a much better level. And Cornell Notes does a great job of making you think critically if you take it serious, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Second reason why to take notes. A good set of notes can help students work on assignments and prepare for tests outside of the classroom. There's two things here that are very important. The first one, obviously, is Cornell Notes do a good job of preparing you for a test. As you know, 50% of your grade in this class is going to come from tests, how well you do on a test. So as a teacher, I want you to be prepared and do as good as possible on a test. And Cornell Notes are going to be able to do that because outside of the classroom, on a Sunday afternoon, when you have nothing else to do, you can always pull out your notes, and Cornell Notes are built for you to be able to study outside of the classroom. They do a great job of that. Now, how are we going to take Cornell Notes? Well, we're going to use an acronym, the word STAR, to help you remember, help you understand how to take Cornell Notes. And the first letter in STAR is an S. And it's how to set up your paper. Now, there's three basic things we want to talk about when setting up your paper. We have the heading, we have the title, and you want a margin of 1/3 of the paper. Now, your heading, what do you want there? Three key things. You want your name, you want your period, and you want the date in the top right-hand corner, just like I have right there. Your title is going to go right here in the middle. The title of this lecture would be Lecture Number 1, or Lecture 1, Cornell Notes. And then you divide your paper into a third. You can fold it, then write a line. You can just write it, but I need 1/3 of the paper having this line right down that side. Obviously, you want it a little straighter than mine, but you do want a line right there to help you out. The next letter in STAR is a T. And what you want to do there is taking notes. How you want to do that is you want to summarize, and you want to use abbreviations. The main point, the main reason behind that is the quicker you can take notes, the more you can listen, the more notes you can take, the less writing you have to do. So always abbreviate, and summarize when possible. You want to copy examples and diagrams, whether it's a flow chart, pie chart, a diagram, anything that goes on the screen we talk about, you want to copy that down. You want to skip lines in between ideas. So we're on the third dot right there. The main point is, if you are writing and ideas all have to go together, yeah, you don't have to skip line. But as soon as you change ideas or change thoughts, you want to skip a line. Main reason is when you go back and you read your notes, it will be much easier for you to break them down. They're not going to be all written right after another, and you're not going to be able to dissect them. By skipping lines, you do a much better job of being able to read them. And then you want to highlight, underline, and use symbols whenever possible. Over here on the right hand side, we have it shows you where to take notes, and that's going to go right in the middle, or excuse me, right on the right hand side right there. And we have our title and heading as well. Step 3 is the third letter in STAR, and that is an A. So after class, what are you going to do after class? You're going to write questions in the left-hand margins, questions that could be in a quiz, on a quiz. You want to predominantly level 2s and 3s. The more level 2s and level 3 questions that we do, or that you write down, the better for you. And if you don't know what a level 2 or 3 question, or if you don't remember, we'll go over it later on in the week. Next thing you want to do is write a 1 to 2 sentence summary of the notes, and that is actually incorrect. We are not going to write, as it flies in here, we are not going to write a 1 to 2 sentence summary. You're actually going to cross out, and we're going to write a 5-sentence summary. And you can see how your paper, if you look at the paper right here, we have our notes right there. Ask questions over here. Remember, predominantly level 2s and level 3s. It says write a 3 to 4 sentence summary here. Incorrect as well. We're going to cross that out, and yes, you are right. Boom. 5-sentence summary right there. And don't worry about the summary. In the next couple days, I will show you exactly what I want. It's very scripted. It will be very easy for you to follow. You just have to do the work. So that is what you're going to do after class. That is going to help you process what you have just learned. If you have any questions, it could clarify things and that sort of thing. So the A stands for after class. The last letter in STAR, as you all know, is R, and that means, oh, we're going to stay in the left-hand column, excuse me. Left-hand column, your questions. So when you write questions, what are you going to write about? If you don't understand or you want to discuss something with your teacher, you're going to do that in the left-hand column. If there's any gaps in the notes, if you forget about something or you don't have time to take notes, maybe you ask a question about what went here. Again, another clarifying thing. And finally, information you think might appear on a test. It doesn't have to be just an essay test, but any type of test you want to practice getting experience with those levels of questions. Finally, we talked about earlier, the R in STAR stands for review. What you want to do is you want to cover this side of the notes here. So you don't want to exit out, but you want to put another piece of paper there, your hand there. You want to cover the notes on the right, and then you want to quiz yourself using the questions on the left and see if you can answer those. And then you want to review notes regularly, not just the night before a test. So you want to do that. If you do that 5 minutes every night, you're going to be good. You don't need to do it every night for 30 minutes, just 5 minutes every night, and that's much better than practicing or studying 30 minutes or an hour the night before a test or right before a class. Summary goes at the bottom. We talked about that. What is the first thing you should do after class? So I'm sort of modeling what types of things you are doing. What is the first thing you should do after class? Anybody? Remember, write your questions and your summary. And then here's step 4 right there, cover the notes on the right-hand side. What goes where? Here's just another example, or showing how we do it. And there we go. So you have the questions, subtitles on the left-hand side. You have name, do not need the class. You could cross out, boom, boom, no class there. I need name, period, date, topic. Another word for topic is your title. Notes go right in the middle, and then a 3 to 4 sentence summary. Boom, out of here. Again, very good. A 5-sentence summary down there at the bottom of the page. So you're going to get plenty of practice through this throughout the year, and I have no doubt if you take this seriously, if you try to do a good job, these notes will help you succeed as you study for quizzes, tests, and whatever else. And there we go.